Hi. It's been so long. It's always been so long doing this, like the minuscule amount, actually. Um, and I feel like I'm totally what's the word? Out of sync with things. And I don't do this enough, so I'm not used to it. But now I guess I am. I guess I have to be. Anyways, as usual, we're going to do the weekend review of this week. And it's a special day because at the same time I'm also perhaps becoming a VTuber in like a week or so. We will see. We will see what happens, but maybe. So I guess we're gonna start off with the beginning of things, which would be Monday. And Monday I covered Third Eye Blind, Jumper. And so I guess we're gonna go with that. We're gonna start somewhere and we'll figure things out from there. Oh, you know what I can do? I'm so organized. Oh my gosh. One, two, three, go. Wish you would step back from that bed, my friend. You could tell all the lies that you've been living in. And if you do not want to see me again, I would understand. I would understand. Thank for a bitch you insane. Asking over secret pain. You know you don't belong. You're the first but way too loud. You're the flash of light on the big shroud. I know something wrong. Everyone I know has got a reason to say. You can put the past away. Wish you would step back from that lead, my friend. You could cut ties with all the lies that you've been living in. If you do not want to see me again, I would understand. I would understand. It was on the table, it's got to and I don't think anyone knows what you've been here. And your friends have left you, you've been dismissed. And if that would come to this, I want you to know everyone's going to face down. Maybe today you can put the past away. Wish you would step back from that ledge, my friend. You could cut ties with all the lies you've been living in. And if you do not want to see me again, I would understand. I would understand. I would understand. You put the past away. Wish you would step up on your legs. Wow. I will understand. If you step up on that ledge, my friend, I will understand. step back from that ledge, my friend. Now it's time to step back from that ledge, my friend. Now it's time to step back from that ledge, my friend. Now I understand. The next step on the whole list of weekly countdown, the weekly, I guess, podcast now, is I was sing that song about Third Eye Blind Jumper. I have another song that I was gonna record last Monday, but I decided not to because it wasn't as easy as I thought. Like, I mean, when it comes to it, like there are songs that are easy to play, like the basic chords and stuff. The next song that I'm covering, it isn't that easy. It's like something 6, something 7. Like it's wild, but I do plan to have that for next Monday. So that is what is planned for next Monday. Now that we've talked about Monday, let's talk about Tuesday. Okay, so Tuesday, I think I should show it. What would I go to it actually? I have this box. Woo-hoo. And usually I come to contact with boxes every now and then. And I tend to want to make something out of it. So I do have the basics. And I could talk about it now, I suppose. Perhaps. I don't know. We'll look into it. But the inspiration behind Tuesday's blog post was called the comfort box. The comfort box, and that's basically any box you have. And for example, this box put stuff in it. So later on in life, when you're like, I need to chill, I need to like take a Zen moment. You have a box full of stuff that comforts you. Stuff like plushes and stuff that smells good, stuff that tastes good. Um, Basically, a salt of all the senses that will comfort you. So I have, well, my favorite one isn't here right now, but I do have this candle here. Um, and I love it, but I do have to. I have another candle back there that I would put in the comfort box. Hands down, I would, because it's like the best candle ever. There's also things to do with your hands, like fidget spinners. I've got a lot of them. I have one that like you has these beads around your finger and you spin it around. And it's kind of like a fidget spinner fidget. So I have that. I have a bunch of stuff that I would all assemble in this box. I haven't actually assembled this box because time to time I have the box and something happens with the box and I am without. So it kind of sucks. But I did list the things that I would put in a box. Like there was a notebook. There are pens if you want to write and create. That's useful. What else do I have? I have gum that I would put in the box because I love chewing gum all the time, nonstop. I chew gum a lot. It's also kind of comforts you, and it's like, is it spearmint? I think it's spearmint. Um, where you chew it and it kind of like brings you back. So if you have like a panic attack, it brings you back to the present moment. So the spearmint gum I have a lot of actually, and by a lot of I only have one pack, but it's one of those mega packs. So it has like 5 packs per group. And then what else do I have? I have a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, here's one. I have stuff that satiates me. This is totally off going off base, by the way. Satiates me. Like I have chocolate and lollipops, and it's kind of like I have it in another box, but I'm gonna figure out a way to put it into the smaller box and make something out of that. Probably throw in some manga, probably like things. Basically, it's in the title, the comfort box. Things that bring you comfort. Um, it can be anything, honestly. But I remember, like in high school, coming across this po- the potential for having a comfort box, having something that if you need something or you need someone, you have the box. So you have items that bring you comfort. The best thing, of course, being I don't know if I can have it. I think I might have it underneath you. talking to the Talking to the wonderful computer right here. I had a picture of me and my family or something, and so where is it? Oh yeah, here it is. Hope you have enough battery, by the way, because I lost the battery pack. Here's one from a long time ago. I'm not showing that for real, but this is my brothers and I. I have another one with my dad and I. Basically photos, which would be a visual representation, things that smell good, sensory, taste good, like whatever, uh, and things that feel good. I suppose would be like if I had like plush or something that I'd put in the box when you're like panicking or whatever. When we all have different reasons that we'll have like going through stuff, it's good to have the box. Um, I didn't really cover it yet because it's behind me, but I do have a aromatherapy stick. I recently got this guy, which is I have to use it honestly, but it's like a pen, and you draw on the pen, and it like simulates blood or whatever. So like if you're a cutter, good to have. Um, Back before I have a meditation stick, I think. But it's like an aromatherapy thing where you kind of smoking, I suppose. I don't know how to properly word it. Did I word it in here properly? Go double check. The cover kind of covered relaxation, having candles, chocolates. I also threw down some other things that would be useful. I forgot what it's called. I think I wrote it down in here somewhere. But it's like a meditation. I totally linked it. I promise you I did. There's definitely like stuff like what to call. They're called personal aromatherapy things. I probably grab one for you just to double check. to cover all my bases. It's all there. Basically, I have a humidifier over there, which is good for, in general, it's a good thing to have. I have lots of CD players. I've had a lot of CD players. I have a CD player, a lot of CDs to get the music going. I have, well, here's an example. I have water fountains to run, and that's good for your sound. Sounds good. And I think I got the gist of it. This one I wanted to introduce later on. It's this one's Zen. You can go to a certain website and get your own. And that's good. Uh, kind of relaxes you. And that's another way. I have a lot of things actually for my comfort box, and that I was just thinking of things that would all together add to things that would make me feel comfortable maybe later on. Um, I would put like my violin in my comfort box. Probably, if I got better at doing it, would take us to the second day, which is, I guess we can go with this. I had, what are they called? Like stickies that I got from like Amazon or whatever. And I was going to like label each of the portions of the violin so I could learn it. But as people might know, there were four strings on the violin and was 24 different notes. So it didn't come that easily, but I did for Thursday put this off, which is first positions of all the violins. 24 keys, four strings, the beginning. Well, I mean, the beginning is totally getting the violin. I have to learn the violin. It's not that easy as I thought it was gonna be. I would love to, of course, learn violin eventually, but it's an uphill battle, I think, because it's not as easy as not like buying something and knowing what I'm doing. It's my third instrument. With I have to think about this. I think it's my third or fourth instrument that I've ever taken up the task of learning. Uh, First one's being like guitar and ukulele, and of course the first one was piano. So yeah, I'm gonna eventually get to my violin. I'm gonna master my violin. That's gonna be awesome, and it's great. All of that is based off of Boys Over Flowers, honestly. So there was that to blame Boys Over Flowers about that. That was another high school thing that I'm still dealing with today. But yes, that would cover Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Wednesday being the violin stuff. And then Thursday is today. And let's talk about today. So I'm thinking of making uh, a summation of the week, I guess on Thursdays, because stuff happens on Fridays too. But when it comes to Friday, I'm not gonna record everything that happens on Friday. But Thursday is good for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday because I'm doing things every single day. And I guess add on to it, I suppose, on today's activities, which is a good point. I don't think I'm going to record it, but I do have to I have to exercise today. And today I spent learning things. I got a I was beckoned for a work experience, work job, potential for work. So I went to an interview today. and that was fun. I had to dress all nicely and did the interview. I'm gonna keep that under wraps, honestly, because I don't know what's gonna happen with that. But after the interview, I walked a long time, and I found Starbucks. Yeah, I think Starbucks, and I was just hanging out there, and I learned something. I learned that we live in a new time. We do live in a new time, honestly. I keep reminding myself again and again that life is different now. It was different before. It's different now. On my receipt, because you buy a drink and then you have a receipt with it. Um, on that receipt, it said I have to pay for the cup it comes in, and that just blew my mind a little bit. I was like, "What?" The fact that usually when I get Starbucks, I have these metal straws because metal straws are good for the environment, right? Um, when I was there, I didn't have metal straw. I had one of those cardboard straws, paper straws. I'm not a fan of them. I don't like them because it hinders my ability to drink it. So I did use the cardboard straw, but on top of that, I learned when I read the receipt that there was a did they call it a surcharge? There was a fee on the receipt that said, in addition to buying the drink, I also had to buy the cup, and that I'm pretty upset with that. That's one of those things I'm like, I'm not okay with that. Excuse me. Honestly, when it comes down to it, it's a kind of like a lesson for myself or less to anybody. That when it comes down to getting a drink, getting coffee or whatever, bring your own cup. Bring your own straws, bring your own cups. Get the least amount of fees on your receipt as possible so I can use my own cup. Hello, my own cup. And it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth, honestly. Definitely my own cup for this to work. And if I was ordering my own drink, automatically I have my own metal straws. So I would automatically use the metal straws as opposed to like using the sad plastic straws or recycling straws. If I needed to write down anything about today, that was a lesson learned about reading the search. Because at the same time, like when I do things, I don't necessarily think about it. Like if they ask me to buy something, I'm like, oh, here's a credit code, whatever. I have to be more aware from now on about these things because even like writing down, first off, like when because right now I'm like really like pinched for money. Um, writing down like, oh, I wanted the smallest size, and I only had like so many coins because the coins I usually use for like bus fare. So when they asked me, but like, okay, the cost of the drink is so many coins, I was like appalled because once upon a time the drink was like five something, but now it's like six plus, and I'm getting the smallest drink. Like really, the drink is hands down a luxury, not necessary. And I know for now, like we do live in a society, we do live in a different time where we can't necessarily take things for granted as we used to be able to. And so it really is kind of appalling. The amount of things that I have, the amount of stuff that I'm willing to put up with, I suppose. So definitely, if you learned anything, any lesson for today is that when you buy a drink, they charge you for the cup as well. Okay. I mean, like, it's not even that big a deal, but the fact that I have to buy the cup in addition to everything else, because before it was just like, okay, I'll buy it. I'll buy this. But you have to buy everything in addition to everything else. It's, it's ridiculous. It's appalling. And I can't even, wow, I can't even figure out what to say or do about that kind of stuff. But wow, I'm like, mm, you're asking too much. And not even mentioning when I've gone grocery shopping, the because we talk about this sometimes every now and then, like on Twitter or whatever. The cost of living expenses has increased. I'd say I'm spending maybe 20 plus more than I used to spend. Just I don't know by hidden costs. I don't know, but definitely when it comes to living life and enjoying life, maybe things are more expensive now. And I don't know why. I mean, I'm sure if I paid attention to the news or whatever, there was a reason why we're like everything's becoming a bit more expensive as it goes along. It's ridiculous. Word to the wise, lesson in disguise. Um, they're checking you to pay for the cup as well. Oh my gosh, it's appalling. It's like I don't even want to get into that. Oh my gosh. Um, it is appalling. Yeah, yeah. That is appalling in my opinion. But yes, as usual, I've got some bunnies to take care of. If anyone's keeping track on me, on with me, um, I am. What is it called? The ship on Sandsea of Skyward Sword. I'm on the ship, figuring things out on the ship. But yeah, I'm there and just chilling, hanging out with bunnies. Which, by the way, I'm at a Sansa with some of them. Figuring out how to treat them, treat them, give them tricks and treats, and making them worth their weight in gold situation. So yeah, I've got to figure out how to do that, and figure out how to raise bunnies and everything else. Talking about, I have an idea of what I'm going to do next week, but I like to book through a day at a time. 100% next week is totally dependent on what happens this week. Because, like, what if I get the job? Everything changes. Um, so there's that. If I get employed, you know. Um, Today, for certain, I've got to clean up things, and that's gonna be fun. Clean up and all that fun stuff. But yes, um, that changes everything, honestly. Now that I think about it. Uh, Being on Twitch, I also made a post on Twitter about Twitch and how I'm kind of not in Twitch anymore. Not that I was ever an affiliate. Oh my gosh, I wish I was. I used to be sub to a bunch of people, and I'm not sub to them anymore. So it's gonna be interesting to figure that one out. I don't know if that's I don't know where I stand on that, but yes, I am not on Twitch so much anymore. Not that I'm on Twitch anymore, and anyways, because right now, hi, we're on YouTube. What up? And definitely for def. Let's go through the basics of life. Wish you would step back from that ledge, my friend. You could cut ties with all the lies you've been living. Oh my gosh. I have so many tools to catch up on. Okay. Catching up. There doesn't seem to be anything new that I haven't. Um, I think I've covered the basis so far in everything that's gone on. But just gonna double check if I have anything else that I haven't caught up on. I guess we could talk about that. Um, the main things I guess about life in general. Every day has been different. Every day has been outstanding in its own right. Um, I don't really want to talk about my toes so much anymore. Although, if you have seen my OnlyFans, you know about that stuff. And yeah, we're working day at a time. Yesterday was my toe. Today it was interviews. Tomorrow, who knows? We will see. Um, for depth. Every day is different. Every day has potential. I have it written down on the 20th. Well, 20th is a soft accomplishment for the VTubing stuff. But next week is going to be on the 25th. That's why I'm going to make it, what's the word? I'm going to announce it more. Like, I'm going to have a post about it. But I think 20th is the soft one. I'll probably figure out more things on 20th. Who knows? I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. And I think I'm going to maybe call it there. I have so far organized a bunch of stuff. My next thing I have to organize is the table you're on right now. I might do that tonight. And otherwise, I think we're good to go. I've covered everything. That was the weekend of review. Next week is going to be so awesome and so amazing because there's potential for a VTuber debut, and I'm psyched about that because I've been waiting, sitting, waiting, wishing this whole time to become a VTuber and join the ranks of everybody else. So we'll see how that turns out, and we'll see tonight if the bunnies showing themselves any better at doing what I want them to do. But yes, definitely when it comes down to it, I have I've got a comfort box now. I have lots of recording to do or have been done. I can't wait to post next week's song. Again, it's all going to cover, but I'm gonna work out this. I'm gonna work hard this weekend to do original tracks, and that's gonna be fun. I do have some stuff on the go. I want to try out again. Uh, it's just fun. life is interesting. I used to be mostly into it. I subscribe to some people, and I have to give that up. Let's see what happens in the future. But now, I guess I'm put that on hold. Hey, whoa, what's up? What? Which show is that? Yes, as usual, I'll see you guys next week, probably on the 25th. I might be a Vtuber then. We'll see. I'm gonna